Welcome and happy holidays. From 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. The Houston Rockets come into this one following a loss to Portland. Look here as we present the State Farm starting five. And look at who the Wizards have. We've got Ilyasova, all out there with Rodney Stuckey. Then it's Scola, and it's Jordan in at the five down low. And for the Rockets, Felton is out there with Harden. And it's Camby, and it's Trevor Ariza, and it's Stoudemire in at the power forward.
Since the name change for the Wizards back in 1997, it's been tough sledding getting to the playoffs. They've had 4 appearances, and all 4 of those appearances have been brief.
Shot clock at 3. With the Wizards, 3 years in a row, they made the playoffs, but were bounced out by the Cavaliers in the first round. The fans would really like to see a deep run. I just don't know if it's
going to be a while.
Yeah, it's on the horizon.
I think the fans would like to see even a shallow run right now, Kevin. I mean, they haven't made the playoffs since 2008. Of course, the memory for the city that they all think about is the 1978 title when they beat the Sonics. But it's been a tough road ever since then.
Now here's Stuckey. 20 points for him last game against the Clippers. In low to Scola. Over Stoudemire. Again, Scola missing. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Harden kicks to Stoudemire, and he makes good on the layup.
Stoudemire.
When you think of Amari Stoudemire, you think of his best years in Phoenix playing with Steve Nash. He'd give you 25 points a night, shoot almost 60% from the floor. Just an amazing level of efficiency offensively.
Here's Jordan after Amari Stoudemire's bucket. Ilyasova gets a screen from Jordan. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Only got a half step on this man, but that's all he needed when he ran off the pick. And as a result, able to finish the layup. That's nicely done.
Now, here's Felton, averaging 12 points a game. Can be a screen on Wall. Stoudemire left side. And stolen by Ilyasova. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Wall against Felton. Camby sets the screen for Felton. Over Wall. Nice shot by Felton. Felton's got his first basket. And going back to those Phoenix days with Amari Stoudemire and Steve Nash, what a scary pick-and-roll combination they were, Clark.
Yeah, it was one of the most lethal ever, Kevin. Just the way Amari could finish with such force. Nash would set him up in room service fashion. So when you talk pick-and-roll combos, Stockton and Malone come to mind. And I would say Nash and Amari were probably right in that same area.
Felton with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Harden the pass to Stoudemire. Harden for 3. Felton.
Hey, yo, Stoudemire, get that ball.
Camby dishes to Stoudemire. Harden covered by Wall. Second shot opportunity. Harden can't hit. For the Washington Wizards, they come in off the loss to the Clippers.
And Kevin, they would have had to be sensational defensively to compensate for their lack of offense in that game.
Yeah, and you know what, Steve? I don't think they're built to play those kind of low-scoring, grinded-out games. They weren't that time, at least. Just got a little careless on that pass. They should be able to connect on those.
The Rockets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Kevin McHale.
We talked about the problems of facing a player who is athletically gifted like John Wall. He told me that staying in front of him with a solo defender is near impossible. So we'll try to lull him into traps and get him taking shots that he doesn't feel comfortable taking.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Dishes it to Ilyasova. He kicks to Jordan. Rebound by Raymond Felton.
Well, at least he had the presence of mind to change his shot when the defense got on him. You got to improvise sometimes.
Ariza. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Ariza's got his first 3 points of the game. It's Wall with the drive. Stuckey outside. The Wizards with another miss.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
Harden gets a screen from Stoudemire. Harden gets to Ariza. His three-pointers off the mark. Wizards trail by 6. Right side Wall. Now the pass to Stuckey. Shot clock at 6. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, Houston for the last several years has tried to get a star player on the roster. But it's so difficult to do. There's only about 10 of them in the entire league. But what they've done is they've put a lot of good players on the floor. They've built their asset base, and they're poised to make a deal when the right one comes their way.
Juwan Blair, he's checked in for Houston. Now here's Stoudemire, averaging 23 points per contest. Now Wall. Kicks it to Ilyasova. And stolen by Ariza. Unhindered, going all the way. Stoudemire, guarded by Jordan. Ariza passes to Blair. Felton. And it's off from three-point range. Really, if you don't have a top 10 player in the league, you just continue to gather talent, and that's what the Rockets have really done.
Yeah, and you call that stockpiling assets. If you aren't building around someone, then you get as many good assets as you can because they're always movable. And I think Houston has done a nice job with that. They're in a position to add pieces or even trade for additional pieces now.
Back to Harden. It's Ariza on the wing. Outside, Felton. Just 5 to shoot. Makes the lead pass. Blair. That's good, and so Felton has the assist there. Felton's got 3 assists tonight. It's Wall with the drive. He feeds it to Jordan. Stuckey. Beyond the arc. Juwan Blair grabs the miss.
Yeah, he's struggled with his shot this quarter, and he's got to find a groove somehow.
The dish to Stoudemire. Outside, Felton. Kicks it out to Harden. Blair, a screen on Stuckey. And it's Rodney Stuckey with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Udo's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
This may not be an opponent they're overly familiar with, but it didn't stop them from winning both of the games they played last year.
Atlanta Azubuike checks in for Trevor Ariza. Mike Dunleavy, who's checked in for Washington. And here are some big men who, when they get it in tight, are as close to a sure thing as we've got. Here are the top field goal percentage leaders among NBA centers and power forwards. Amari Stoudemire is second.
You know, it's one thing to be able to create high-quality shots for yourself, but you still have to finish. And there's no doubt all those guys can do both.
Yeah, every sentence needs a period. One thing to get the shot off, but you need to finish. You need to take care of business in there. Most of their chances are easy ones.
And he sinks the second. Steve just told us this was an East versus West matchup that treated them very well.
Well, as interconference opponents go, guys, this is one you'd probably pick to end up as it did.
Here's Dunleavy. The Wizards with another miss. Rockets leading by 7. Harden with it. Udo picks him up. From deep. Another miss by Houston.
Well, you look at the Rockets head coach Kevin McHale in just his second full season as an NBA coach. Remember, he spent a couple of years as an interim coach for the Timberwolves when he was the GM. But really did a great job with that Houston club last season.
Blair, a screen on Stuckey. Here's Harden, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Harden's got 5 points so far. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Wall attacking. Goes right up, and the layup falls. Wall's got his first points of the game. And you mentioned McHale's tenure with Minnesota. 13 years as the general manager of the Timberwolves. Yet Steve unable to really build a consistent winner around the great pick of Kevin Garnett.
Well, they had it going for a while, Kevin, when they had Marbury and Garnett. But then Marbury forced his way out with the trade. And Minnesota had a couple of good seasons after that, but then they really went in the tank. And I think it was a difficult time for McHale. And I think a lot of people questioned whether he'd be a good NBA coach. But to me, it looks like he is pretty solid. He's been around the game forever. But he's got a good feel for his players, puts them in a position to succeed.
Ilyasova is checked in for the Wizards. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Take a look at the Warriors and checking out Washington. Tied right now. Now here's Wall. 20 points for him last game against the Clippers.
And his work on the glass, certainly noteworthy. He contributed in a number of ways.
Here's Dunleavy, trailing by 5. Stuckey can't get it to go.
Nothing's working for him here. He's just really struggling to find the basket.
Tries again. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, how about Rodney Stuckey? Seattle native, out of the University of Eastern Washington. Not exactly a basketball powerhouse, but he's a good one. Capable scorer, can play either guard spot, and has a great knack for drawing fouls and getting to the free throw line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. White comes in for James Harden. That's Mills in for Raymond Felton. And Mills kicks to Azubuike. And it's good. And the Rockets lead by 5. And Steve, you mentioned Stuckey's knack for getting to the foul line. About a third of his points come at the stripe.
And you know, with his strength, Kevin, he's always looking for contact. He relishes it. He's able to take the bump and play through contact effectively, and that gets him trips to the foul line.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for White. Here's Ilyasova, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
I'll tell you what, Kevin, Ilyasova is one of the unknown stars in this league. He's an amazing player, a rebounder, a runner. He's very skilled as a shooter. He's a guy, I think, with more exposure, I think people will really understand how good he is.
Yeah, you know what? Amazing skills as a result of his long arms and his knack for slipping between opponents. Ilyasova, very underrated for his putback ability. Azubuike dishes to Mills. Azubuike, no good on the 3.
Really good defense, but you got to set better screens than that offensively.
Wall attacking. Ilyasova, Ariza covering. Ilyasova in the post. Wall, 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Feeds it to Dunley. Ilyasova. He's against Stoudemire. Ilyasova passes to Wall. There's the feed to Ilyasova. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Statistically speaking, let's see where the Rockets sit right now. Tops in scoring, third in assists. And they also show up as a top 5 team in steals. Young, aggressive, and athletic, getting into the passing lane.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. And this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
Wizards trail by 3. And Wall. Here we go now. Stuckey outside. Over Azubuike. And another miss by Washington.
And this has not been a quarter for him to remember.
Yeah, it sure hasn't, Steve. I mean, he's been doing his invisible man impersonation here, hasn't he?
Difficult to explain that turnover. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Dunleavy kicks to Udo. It's stolen by Stoudemire. To the middle. And they're moving it up. Now that's how they finish the break. Throw down with force.
Boy, that happened fast. Just the immediate bucket off the steal.
Well, one of the things they have is the ability to score quickly after a turnover.
Ilyasova covered by Mills. Off his leg. And it's being called a kickball. Jermaine O'Neal checked in for the Rockets. And stolen by Blair. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets.
Man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. Tearing that roof down with that one.
Yeah, and really a dunk contest dunk that time. Wow.
Yeah, unreal. What a dunk.
Now here's Wall. Right now averaging 17 points a game. He dishes it to Dunleavy. Over Azubuike. And Dunleavy gets it to go in. Dunleavy's got his first basket of the night.
Great screen there. It sprung him open, and he took advantage.
Mills can't hit. Here comes Stuckey. 6 points for him. 3 seconds left. No good. And so the first quarter is in the books. Rockets lead by 23. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Pretty good start defensively. This club forced some mistakes and took advantage, and that's how they've built this lead.
And they've built the lead because not only have they forced turnovers, but they've taken care of the ball themselves. So that's a winning combination.
So with Stoudemire sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Kevin McHale right now. Trevor Ariza out there with Jermaine O'Neal. And it's Mills. Then there's Blair. And it's Azubuike in at the 2 spot. The Rockets making a switch here. Felton's checked in. Here's Pargo. Passes it to Dunleavy. And a miss there on the triple. Rockets leading by 5. Back to Felton. It's tipped. Kicks it out to Ariza. He passes to Azubuike. A second chance effort. Blair can't hit. The Wizards shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better showings. Stevenson dishes to Parker. Dishes to Dunley. He kicks it to Parker. Expanding his range. Good. Pargo's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Wizards. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. For 3, Felton. Washington with the rebound. Here's Pargo. The pass to Dunleavy. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Wizards have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
And, I really think the hard work they've put in the offseason and so far this year really making a big difference. I mean, they've made a huge improvement in their shooting at the line. For a big man, he really stripes those free throws.
Shoots from 12. The Rockets with another miss.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
Here's Pargo. Five on the clock. Kicks it to Ilyasova. Over O'Neal. Ilyasova hits the bucket.
Now the defense just couldn't get a hand in his face. Couldn't challenge the shot.
Yeah, made his height advantage count that time.
Felton kicks to O'Neal. Back to Felton. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. What an asset to a team. When you've got big men who can knock down free throws, look here at the top centers and power forwards in terms of free throw percentage this season. You take a look at Ilyasova, 4th in the league, and as consistent as they come at the free throw line.
That's a very confident group of players at the foul line. We've seen a lot of guys at that size struggle from the free throw line, but these are good shooters here.
I want to check you on that now. Not all big guys struggle at the stripe, Steve. I know you're a little fella, but there are some excellent free throw shooting big men around. None more so than the group here.
That's his first personal foul.
So for the Rockets, Marcus Camby, who's checked in for Blair. Stoudemire comes in for Jermaine O'Neal, and it's Harden in for Kelena Azubuike. Here's Felton. Pass to Stoudemire. Ilyasova on him. 4 on the clock. To halt the run. Nice shot by Felton. Felton has got his second bucket of the night.
Love the finish there. Not much defense, though.
And Ilyasova kicks to Stevenson. Shoots. Ilyasova can't hit.
Well, you have to get a hand into his face because that's his range right there.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 5. And the Rockets making a change here. McGuire's checked in. Then for the Wizards, Udo comes in for Ilyasova. And John Wall subbed in for Jeremy Pargo. Harden kicks to Stoudemire. Another shot. Stoudemire missing again. The Wizards have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. He feeds it to Dunleavy. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Dunleavy's got 4 points in the quarter.
With all the incredible point guard play that we've seen in the NBA the last few years, John Wall might have more talent than anybody. He's just so fast in transition, blows by people, can finish with either hand. The question is, can he lead his team to victory? Can they become solid in Washington? To this point, the Wizards franchise has really struggled, even with Wall at the helm.
Here's Wall. James Harden picking up that last basket. Here's the dish to Dunleavy. Stolen by Harden. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Shooting for Houston.
And for John Wall, he's a guy who does look to move the ball, wants to be a playmaker and a passer.
Yeah, the turnovers have been an issue for him. He's got to get better with his decision-making, maybe eliminate some of the high-risk passes and choices that he makes. Part of that is idling down a little bit. You don't always have to act like you're on the Autobahn in Germany when you're playing. You can slow it down and do some neighborhood driving. You don't have to go 75, 80 miles an hour all the time.
Now here's Wall. Feeds to Richardson. The feed to Stevenson. Back to Richardson. The Wizards working the ball around now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Wall. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And for John Wall, he's still piecing it together. I mean, learning what he needs to do to be a dominant player in this league. He's got tremendous speed and vision. And what I really like about him, though, is that he stuffs the stat sheet from the guard position. Assists, rebounds, steals. He'll even get blocked shots on occasion. He can really do it all.
Now, here's Felton. Stoudemire outside. Goes straight up, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Not stop. No way to stop that. I mean, there's nothing you can do when he's coming at him like that.
Well, that's right, Clark. Steve, he is a dangerous, dangerous player.
Yeah, especially when he gets to that launching pad right there in the lane. I mean, pretty one-handed finish. That was nice.
Here's Udo. Shot is off. And it's Houston the other way. When you think about John Wall in a league where speed has maybe never been more important than it is right now, you know, Steve, he might be the fastest player in the NBA.
Yeah, he's right up there. I mean, when you throw in names like Tony Parker, Russell Westbrook, Wall is right there. And I think the key for Wall is, can he improve that outside shot? Because until he does, people are going to lay off him and make him score over the top. What a great little run he's on here in the quarter.
Washington calls timeout.
You know, James Harden has started to draw comparisons to Manu Ginobili for his ability to really do it all offensively. Shoot, drive, create, and of course, being left-handed, that helps too.
So for the Wizards, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Secury. Scola comes in for Udo. Odney Stuckey subbed in for Deshaun Stevenson. Here's Stuckey, and that one's good. Stuckey's got 8.
And, you know, guys, you look at that James Harden-Ginobili comparison, and they both can really run the pick and roll effectively. They're slashers, they're smart, they can shoot the three, they've got the mid-range pull-up. I think Harden still has a ways to go defensively to be on Manu's level, but he's making strides there as well.
Here is McGuire. Felton the pass to Stoudemire, and stolen by Scola. Here's Stuckey, throws down the breakaway jam.
Put that paw up there and banged it home. Yeah, man, that was nice.
Little Statue of Liberty.
Yeah,
right.
That was strong.
Simple, direct, and effective.
Now, here's Felton. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall.
That's his second personal foul.
That's foul number 2 for him. Here is Harden. They lead by 1. Stoudemire outside. Scola's there. Just 5 on the clock. With 1 on the clock, another miss by Harden.
Boy, both clubs really battling under the board.
Yeah, and you know, Steve, the rebounding story really mirrors the game at large. I mean, it's been pretty much tit for tat, neck and neck.
Here's Stuckey. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And we get a chance here to check out some of the numbers for John Wall. 13th in assists. And defensively, he's been really good. He ranks in the top 20 in the league in steals.
And how about this terrific passing display he's put on, Steve? I mean, as this place on the assist chart shows, if you get to the right spot, he'll find you. That's what he takes pride in.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Kelena Azubuike checks in for James Harden. Rockets shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Felton dishes to Stoudemire. And Stoudemire getting double-teamed.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Well, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80% now.
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
Now here's Wall. Right side, Wall. Richardson there. It's rebounded by Houston. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. McGuire kicks to Azubuike. He dishes it to McGuire. Richardson covering. Pass to Felton. Rebounded by the Wizards. Jordan's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
It's been a struggle for him offensively tonight, and they'd love to have his production out there.
Now here's Wall. Dishes to Richardson. Jordan from past the arc. Offensive rebound. Canby passes to Felton. He kicks it to Azubuike. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton's got 4 assists in the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Richardson dishes to Stuckey. Doubled by Felton. Stuckey kicks to Scope. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey.
Soft defense right there. Way too soft.
Felton against Wall. Outside, Felton. Canby sets the screen for Felton. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. Felton's got 4 this quarter.
Not much resistance for him after that pick, Kevin. I mean, he had all sorts of space to hit the shot.
And Wall. Here we go now. Stuckey outside. The 3. Scooped up. Kicks it out to Richardson. Skolik kicks the Wall. Stuckey outside. Richardson. Out to Stuckey. Goes up again. Gets it to go. Stuckey's got 14 points.
Well, after that strong start to this game, he's really picked it up here in the second.
Felton the pass to Azubuike. Stoudemire. No luck. Washington trailing. And here's Wall. And the pass to Richardson. Shot from the wing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2.
Obviously, he's not afraid of physical play, but he still needs to play in control.
And he definitely wasn't in control that time. Everybody in the building knew it was an over-the-back call.
Still haven't seen them miss a shot from the line in this quarter, so they're doing a nice job of protecting the lead.
Well, they're cashing in from the line. I mean, they're making them pay for fouling them right now.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Houston. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Washington. Jeremy Pargo comes in for John Wall.
He may want to start spreading the ball around a little bit. His shot is off right now.
There's 49 seconds left now here in the second. Stoudemire dishes to Ariza. Back to Stoudemire. Can't get it to go.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
And Ilyasova kicks to Pargo.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
I don't think you really can say enough about the work he's put in and the massive strides he's made in his free throw shooting, guys. I mean, his numbers are way up this year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. DeJuan Blair. He's checked in for Canby. O'Neal comes in for Amari Stoudemire. Dennis Mills in for Raymond Felton. The Rockets have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
Well, you look at the numbers, 79% as a team on the season. That's very impressive.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Pargo. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. And the basket's good. Ilyasova's got 4 points in the quarter. It's stolen. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Rockets ahead. They lead by a bucket. 43. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. Without question, Rodney Stuckey displaying his skills today.
You know, all game long, he's gone right at defenders, creating contact, and he's found a way to get to the free throw line.
You know, it might not be the prettiest way to tally up the points, but they count nonetheless. I mean, the fourth quarter's coming up, and he might get some guys in foul trouble if he keeps dominating the paint like this.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Washington, Scola out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Ilyasova. Then there's Rodney Stuckey, and it's Wall in at the point guard. Now here's Felton, covered by Wall. Felton against Wall. Felton can't get it to go. Wizards trail by 4.
Blocking foul called on
Luis Scola from Argentina, one of my favorite players in the league. Nothing special athletically. Doesn't get off the floor real high, but he's so skilled. He can pass, he can shoot, and he finds angles to score in the paint, and he is really tough.
Wall attacking. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
Boy, that was right in his grill.
He dealt with pressure like it was nothing at all.
Now, he had a lot of momentum behind him on his way up.
Wall against Felton. He passes to Stoudemire. Skola's there. Stoudemire backing him down. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line.
shooting for Houston.
And Scola, one of the great players in Europe before he even came to the NBA.
2 shots.
And he's been as good as advertised.
Yeah, no question. He holds his own on the glass, plays physically, and he can score inside and out with a variety of moves. He's a quality starting power forward.
Wizards trail by 3. Right side, Wall. Back to Jordan. Scola left side. Amari Stoudemire with the rebound. Stoudemire's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Harden with it. Rodney Stuckey covering. Here's Felton. No good. Excellent D there for Scola. Wizards shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Count the bucket. Ilyasova's got 8 points.
Excellent execution of the plan there.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Felton against Wall. Felton the pass to Ariza. Back to Felton. That drops.
Raymond Felton.
He's got 9.
Great move to get to the bucket and lay that one in. He's got the softest touch around the basket. Impressive.
Felton against Wall. Jordan. Ilyasova dishes to Wall. Pocket 6. Kicks to Scola. Over Felton. And Luis Scola, the bucket, and the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 5th assist in this one. And here's Felton from the arc. Washington with the rebound. Ilyasova's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
This game very well could come down to a few possessions, and if that's the case, rebounding could play large.
Yeah, in a close game like this one, securing the ball is so vital.
Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, both teams playing well. Neither club able to pull away.
Felton gets to Ariza. Jams it with authority.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that, Clark, that effortless knack for getting inside.
Well, you hate to be the guy asked to guard him because he's just so dominant, so quick and explosive. Tough to stay in front of him.
Houston
Scola.
James Harden.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And for him, so far this season, he's shooting 83% from the free throw line. Those are outstanding numbers.
You know, he's been one of those players, they've won it on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
Kalena Azubuike checks in for James Harden. Now here's Stoudemire. 13 points in the game. Excellent D there for Scola. The Wizards with the lead. Here's Stuckey. The 15-footer. Good. Stuckey's got 16 points.
And you look at the story defensively in this game. I mean, they've gone backwards in the second half. A little too casual for me. It's costing them. They're paying for it.
Azubuike, the pass to Stoudemire. He feeds it to Azubuike. Wall with the steal. Pass to Stuckey. There's the dish to Ilyasova. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by Raymond Felton. Felton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Stoudemire dishes to Camby. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Stuckey. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Yeah, very opportunistic defense there, leading to those points.
That's exactly what they'll do to you, Steve. They will pounce on your mistakes.
Timeout called the Rockets. Without question, Rodney Stuckey displaying his skills today.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
Juwan Blair, he's checked in for the Rockets. And then for Washington, Secury, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Udo comes in for Luis Scola. That's Dunleavy in for Ilyasova. Now, here's Felton. He's got 9. Stoudemire in the post. Udo's there. Good on the shot. 15 points for Stoudemire.
Well, he just makes so many hustle plays every game, and I think that's his main value to this club. He comes in, he brings energy, he brings toughness, and he's always going to get you an extra couple of possessions offensively during the game at some point.
And I'll say something else, Steve. He is one of the most powerful finishers we have in this league. He takes it to the rack hard. Looks to me like they hit the refresh button here in the second half after shooting less than 40% from the field before the break.
Well, they managed to hold down the fort defensively, and now their offense is finally starting to kick into groove.
Wizards leading by 5. And Wall kicks to Udo. Back to Wall. And Washington again with the bucket. Rockets have gone a somewhat subpar 4-10 on their shots in the second half so far. Felton against Wall. Right side Felton. And it's been a tough game for him offensively.
Well, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
6 to shoot. Here's Stuckey. Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. That one is on Ariza.
At the line for the Wizards, Rodney Stuckey taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And the Wizards making a change here. Pargo's checked in. And he's good on the second. Here's Felton. 9 points in the game so far. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And it's Rodney Stuckey with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Felton off the pick from Stoudemire. Felton the pass to Stoudemire. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
At the line for your Rockets, Amare Stoudemire.
Well, Amare Stoudemire is one of the most explosive finishers in the history of the game. He was probably Blake Griffin before Blake Griffin was. That quick first step, the explosiveness, the powerful right hand on the dunks, just an amazing talent.
And Stoudemire in his prime, one of the best scoring big men you'll ever see, Clark.
Yeah, and he came in relatively raw out of high school, Kevin, but you've got to give him a lot of credit for the way he's grown. I'm always impressed with how he handles himself between the lines, and anytime he's been interviewed, this guy comports himself really well.
Stuckey can't get it to go. Rockets trailed by 6. Here's Azubuike. Rebound, Washington. Udo's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Another rebound gobbled up. They are pounding the board.
And a big part of the lead, guys, is because of the work they've done on the glass. I mean, they have the lead because they've rebounded well.
Now, here's Felton, following the miss by Rodney Stuckey. Outside, Felton. The teardrop falls in. Felton's got 11 points.
Looked like he may have been showboating a little bit at the end of that one.
Wizards leading by 4. Stuckey outside. Now the feed to Dunley. 6 on the shot clock. Over Ariza. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Well, he gave the officials no choice there. Easy call, went right over the top.
Yeah, he's got to go straight up when he's under the boards in that kind of traffic. Can't chest first into the man in front of you. That's a foul.
And the Rockets making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. Outside, Felton. Feeds it to Azubuike. With the clock winding down. That's good, and so Felton has the assist there. Felton's got 6 assists now in the game. Wizards have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Here's Udo. Nice second effort. Good job staying with it. Udo's got 6 points.
Well, you're not going to get a more high quality look than that. Terrific offensive rebound there.
Patrick Mills, he's checked in for Houston. Rockets trailed by 5. He dishes it to Azubuike. Passes to Mills. Over Pargo. Mills can't hit. Wizards leading by 5. Here's Pargo. Dishes it to Stuckey. Over Azubuike. Goes back up. Can't get it to go. The Rockets go the other way with it. He kicks to Mills. From the arc. They get the rebound. Here's Blair. The pass to Mills. Fires the 3.
Patrick.
And the shot is good. Mills has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, a lot of tough teams in this league. Here's where Washington sits right now in the rankings. 2nd in free throw percentage. 8th in rebounding. And then the top half of the league in getting high percentage shots as well. Not too shabby.
Yeah, and I'm so impressed with a lot of aspects of their game, but particularly the free throw shooting that you talked about, Clark. This is a club that... Oh, ridiculous.
What a move.
Tore it down that time. Nasty, nasty. Whoa.
And that look right there on Clark says it all.
He's not alone, Kevin. Hey, that was just mean right there.
Here's Blair, and that one's good.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
Pargo kicks to Secury. Stuckey outside. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Gets the bucket. Stuckey's got 23 points. Mills with it. Averaging 9 points per contest. Screen by O'Neal. Reeves it dishes to Mills. Here's Blair. Gets it to go. Blair's got 4 this quarter.
Well, they keep going right back to the paint, and who can blame them? I mean, they're getting it done in there.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 buckets, guys, have come from inside the lane area, so I'd expect them to continue to go inside right at the defense.
Here's Ariza. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Wizards with the lead. Stuckey passes to Ilyasova. Back to Stuckey. Drops in the layup for 2. Stuckey's got 11 in the second half.
Looked like they found the soft spot in the defense there.
Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. Well, we thought the third quarter was over. It turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
That shot absolutely had to be reviewed.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Wizards lead by 1. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. So with Stoudemire sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Kevin McHale right now. Blair is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Azubuike, and it's Mills, and it's O'Neal in at the 5 spot. Good.
For 3.
Ilyasova's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Wizards. And Mills kicks to Azubuike. He passes to Mills. It's Ariza on the wing. Rebounded by the Wizards. Here's Pargo. Kicks to Ilyasova. He feeds it to Pargo. The dish to Ilyasova. Shot clock at 5. Shot's good by Pargo. Now it's a 6-point Wizards lead.
Well, they haven't been getting lit up from outside here. All the points they're giving up are from in close. They've got to offer more resistance.
Yeah, defense has to get better, Clark. They've got to body up, bump somebody, get physical, force the action back out to the perimeter. And did you see the pick there? Got him wide open all the way to the rim.
Pass to Richardson. The feet to Ilyasova. Stevenson, Ariza covering. And the Rockets making a change here. McGuire's checked in. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Pargo dishes to Stevenson. Feeds it to Ilyasova. 6 to shoot. He dishes it to Richardson. Passes it to Stevenson. From outside, off the mark.
Tough to hit that shot when you got the defense right in your shirt.
Here's Mills. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Boy, it's been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
Pargo the pass to Richardson. The kick out to Ilyasova. Drills it from outside.
Well, I like that he's come up with some big baskets for this team to help him out in getting this lead.
And Mills kicks to Blair. Working on Ilyasova. Blair dishes to Mills. Blair, the screen. Second chance shot. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
And both free throws good for Mills.
You know, even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line this half.
I think they've done a good job of making the most of their chances at the line, and they've got to keep it up to take the lead.
Dishes it to Ilyasova. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. Washington making some changes. Secury, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And John Wall subbed in for Jeremy Pargo. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Ilyasova. And Washington again with the bucket. Rockets trailed by 5. He kicks it to Blair. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
And Azubuike kicks to Blair. The rebound by Secury. Wizards leading by 5. Down low.
What a throwdown there. Man. Boy, he's got a little extra bounce in his step today, fellas.
Definitely a surge of energy out of him there.
Yeah, playing with a lot of confidence.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Udo's checked in for the Wizards. Dunleavy comes in for Quentin Richardson. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. With his team struggling from three-point territory, he told them to start looking for more high-quality shots inside the paint. We're forcing too many threes, he said. Stop with the bombs and work it inside.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now Harden. Camby sets the screen for Harden. Gets it to go.
Well, for him, that finger roll is almost second nature. That's a tough shot for most players.
Shooting for Houston, James Harden.
James Harden has become one of the best players off the bench in the NBA, and anytime you get a guy who can score like that and create offense, it's a tremendous weapon to have coming off your bench.
It's Wall with the drive. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Yeah, when you play against him, Kevin, the first thing you want to address is making it harder on him to go to work down low. If you let him get position inside, it's going to be a long night for you.
And he's also quite adept at breaking down the defender one-on-one, guys. I like that about his game.
Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
You know, how exciting is it, guys, to see him go hard to the basket like that? I love it.
It's always fun to see, and it's one of the sights you can count on when he's out there, for sure.
Yeah, but you've got to try to do more to slow him down. You can't play him so soft near the hoop.
Shot clock at 6. And Wall. Here we go now. No luck. Good work defensively by Stoudemire. And going back to Harden, very fashion forward. It's not just the beard, it's the bow tie, the Clark, the thick rim glasses.
Yeah, he calls Baron Davis his big brother, and they look like they go to the same stylist, that's for sure. I think it's the LA hipster thing, that swag that they're flowing with going on. But it's all good because Baron is a good role model for a guy like Harden. To Harden's credit, he's latched himself to that wagon.
Wall attacking. Tipped. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
This is Kevin Harlan, reached up high and brought it down hard.
Well, that's how you do the dunk, that's for darn sure.
And that's how you commentate it, too.
You guys are crazy.
Clock at 6. And Stevenson kicks to Wall. Here's the pass to Stevenson. It's a look. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
You cannot afford to make mistakes like that here in a tight game.
Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
They're knocking down the open shots and really getting a nice flow to their game.
Boy, nice pick there, guys. I mean, gave him the space he needed for the hoop.
Now here's Wall. He passes to Dunleavy. Wall. Stevenson setting the pick for Wall. Here's Dunleavy. Secury passes to Udo. They need this one. And he finishes on the layup.
Boy, I love the way they've been attacking inside, Kevin.
Now, guys, they're getting a lot of points in the painted area, not settling for outside shots, and I don't see any reason to change strategy here.
They grab their own miss. The Wizards have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter.
Well, their worst fear came true. This is still anyone's ball game, but losing him to foul trouble will make it a lot tougher.
Patrick Mills, he's checked in for James Harden. Then for the Wizards, Scola comes in for Udo. And it's Ilyasova in for Mike Dunleavy. Here's Houston now. Mills dishes to Felton. And another three for Houston.
Well, he did a nice job of getting himself into just enough of an open area to find that spot for his shot.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Well, he's got to get everybody on the same page. I mean, that's the reason for this timeout. And if that happens, I think they can improve and start playing better.
You know, it's a coach's job to always try to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of the opponent and to look for that extra edge if you can. And I think he feels like he might have seen one.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Wizards. Stuckey comes in for Deshaun Stevenson. Outside, Wall. And Luis Scola, the bucket, and the assist by Wall. Wall's got assist number 8 now on the night.
Shooting for Washington. Luis Scola. Shooting.
So it's the Rockets now. Kicks it to Mills. Over Wall. Mills can't hit. Wizards have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. Outside, Wall. In low to Scola. Now the dish to Jordan. Straight up. And that one's good. And the Wizards lead by 2.
Attacking the paint again and again.
You know, they're getting whatever they want. I mean, 8 straight points coming inside.
For 3, Felton. Rebounded by the Wizards. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Wall attacking. Left side, Wall. Stuckey kicks to Ilyasova. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey.
For 3.
And it's a 5-point Wizards lead.
He didn't have a single three-pointer in the first, but here he is knocking them down.
The Rockets shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense. Ariza, a screen on Stuckey. Felton the pass to Stoudemire. Scola on him. Will it go? Tries again. And it's Stoudemire with the jam. And here's Wall. Back to Jordan. The kick out to Wall. Shoots over Mills. Again, the Wizards score.
Definitely doing his part because he's made his share of clutch buckets here in the fourth.
Felton dishes to Stoudemire. It's taken away by Stuckey. And there's the call on Felton. That's his third foul of the game. Wizards leading by 5. Wall gets a screen from Jordan. And Wall. Here we go now. Right side, Scola. outside Scola. Off target with the open look. And for the Rockets, they're shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Riza gets the bucket.
Made that one look easy, didn't they?
Wizards shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Here's Wall to the inside. Here's Ilyasova. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. The first one falls. Kelena Azubuike checks in for Houston. He hits both from the stripe. Rockets trailed by 5. Mills with it. Felton covered by Wall. Stoudemire goes in. That's good.
Amare Stoudemire.
Stoudemire's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's been ready to do work in the fourth quarter.
Stuckey outside. He feeds it to Ilyasova. Back to Stuckey. Wall. The Wizards working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. The feed to Ilyasova. Over Azubuike. Rebound by Raymond Felton. Felton's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Mills kicks to Azubuike. Puts the lead pass in front of him. It's taken away by Stuckey. Here is Wall. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And he misses the first one. So he comes up empty at the line. Rockets trail by 3. Outside, Felton. Pass to Camby. Back to Felton. Leads him in there. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
At the line for your Rockets, Amare Stoudemire.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 2. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're winning by 2. 59 seconds left in the game. The Rockets making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's definitely the guy they want at the line in this situation. He loves these kinds of moments.
Wall against Felton. Here's Ilyasova. He's off from 3.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the defense has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull that trigger. You've got to be in his face and not give him any space.
And you can see they recognize that, Clark. I mean, they are not going to give him that look.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's Kelena Azubuike on the wing. Buries it. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Big time shot.
Really clutch.
And Wall kicks to Ilyasova. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Houston.
Double your money and make it stack.
Timeout called the Rockets. The Rockets making a switch here. This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
And they don't want to let it slip away.
Here's Mills, covered by Wall. And Mills kicks to Azubuike. Feeds to Stoudemire. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. We've got overtime action now, folks. Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, Doris Burke on our sideline, and this is Kevin Harlan. So the Rockets win the tip, and always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, they've got Felton. Azubuike's out there with Stoudemire, and it's Camby, and it's Mills in at the point guard position to take the lead, and that one's good.
Patrick Mills!
Mills has got the first points here in the overtime period for the Rockets. Now Wall. Jordan sets the pick for Wall. Ilyasova. Great open look there. Ilyasova's got 25 points.
Boy, he did a nice job losing his man on a good pick and then just buried the jumper. That is basketball 101 right there, Kevin.
Felton kicks to Stoudemire. Using his post move to get the 2 points. 27 points for him. Washington trailing. Outside, Wall. Well, overtime basketball, a minute and a half played so far. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
Shooting one.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Stuckey outside. Back to Jordan. It's stolen by Stoudemire. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. Wall with the steal. Now here's Ilyasova. He's covered by Azubuike. Stuckey passes to Ilyasova. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Kalena Azubuike. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Guys, untidy. You've got to value the possession of the basketball.
I know you agree with that, Steve.
No, totally. You got to play with control and composure, Kevin.
Gets it to go.
Felton!
17 points for Raymond Felton.
Come on now, you got to pay better attention than that on a shooter like him. You'll make that 10 times out of 10.
And Wall. Here we go now. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line.
Take a look at what John Wall's done. He has 11 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
Yeah, to watch him spread the ball around, get everybody involved is a thing of beauty.
And for the Rockets, they're shooting here about 46% for the game. And Mills kicks to Felton. Stoudemire dishes to Felton. Stoudemire the pass to Felton. 6 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot. And the jam by Stoudemire.
When the big fella goes up like that, you better get out of the way.
And Washington has possession. Rodney Stuckey on the wing. He's covered by Felton. And there's the call on Felton. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And Wall kicks to Stuckey. Scola. The Wizards working the ball around now. Ilyasova can't hit. Houston in the lead. Ariza outside. Over Stuckey. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there. Overtime basketball, a little under 3.5 minutes into it. Left side, Wall. Into Jordan. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Jordan's gone a nice 5 of 6 shooting from the field. Outside for Felton. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Tell you, they might have to make a defensive adjustment. They can't give him that kind of a look from beyond the arc.
And Wall. Here we go now. And that one's good.
John Wall.
Boy, this is a shooting exhibition, guys. I mean, he's not wasting any of his chances.
Rockets leading by 3. Here's Mills, and it's blocked. Passes it to Ilyasova. Over Stoudemire. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1. And a big play there to mute the crowd.
Yeah, that one kind of took all of the life out of them there, Kevin.
Kind of quieted the voices in here, didn't it?
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
That's his 3rd personal foul. 1st team foul.
Felton against Stuckey. The 10-footer. Sinks it.
Whoa, Nelly. Listen to that.
That shot eliciting a roar from this gigantic crowd.
That was huge, guys. Absolutely huge.
And Wall kicks to Stuckey. He dishes it to Ilyasova. Wall to the paint. The kick out to Ilyasova. Misses the 3.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
You got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively.
Timeout called, the Rockets. They're ahead by 3. There's 10 seconds left in the first overtime. Shot clock at 6. Mills passes to Azubuike. So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. An impressive victory in overtime after an exciting end in regulation.
You know what? In a long game, fatigue can sometimes affect every aspect of play. They didn't look tired at all to me.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Amari Stoudemire.
One, 2. Check me out right here, yo.
Yo, the sun don't shine forever, but as long as it's here, then we might as well shine together. Better now than never. Business before pleasure. P. Diddy and the fam, who you know do it better. Yeah, right, no matter what, we airtight. So when you hear something, make sure you hear it right. Don't make it out of yourself.